Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Air Studio. Today we're recording with a different type of gear, so that's why the video is gonna look a little bit different. But later on you will understand why I decide to record this with my GoPro camera. So when we moved here, it was amazing to have not just bigger bathrooms, but also have two bathrooms. That was amazing. We also have a garage, which was very practical as well because we still having a lot of items in our previous house, so we needed a space to store them. So we don't park our car here like many other people doesn't either, but we have some storage there. And something very sad for me because is my thing. I happen to love washing machines. It's something silly, but I actually do. When I finally moved out of my parents, the very first thing I bought was a washing machine. Some people told me, no, the very first thing you should buy is a refrigerator or a stove or something like that, because in Colombia we don't receive appliances in the places that you usually move. You have to buy them. So the very first thing I bought was a washing machine, and that was kind of the best thing ever because I don't know, I just like them. I love the possibility of having everything clean and do it myself. I love that. When I moved to Los Angeles, we bought two brand new machines, a washer machine and a dryer machine. I wasn't used to using dryers. However, once I moved here, I understood why it's more convenient to have a dryer. So we usually in Colombia, we hang the stuff to dry. So here we have a dryer. We bought these two brand new machines. I spent a good amount of time shopping for them and trying to get the best machine for the best price. However, when we moved here, we had a very hard time deciding what we wanted to do with them because we didn't want to get rid of them. We just bought them. So if we tried to sell them, they were not going to get the same value that we paid for them. So we decided to keep them, and we kept them for a very long time in the garage with all the stuff that we couldn't find a space in the house, like camping equipment and Christmas stuff and Halloween stuff and season decoration. We put them in the garage, and the dryer and the washer as well. I didn't want to sell it yet because I wasn't really sure what we want to do in the apartment, because the apartment doesn't have a connection to a laundry place, and that was the only flaw that I find to this apartment, because other than that I happen to like it a lot. It's very well located, has a balcony, has a good sized kitchen, not a big, the storage is awful, but it's a good apartment, it's a good place, and we make it our own, and we make it special. And either way I go, I try to make the space mine and make it extremely functional and looking good and all of that. So that was the only flaw of this apartment, not having a space to do the laundry. But we lived with that for, I would say, at least 8 months. We just didn't have a problem with that. We ended up doing the laundry downstairs because they do have a laundry spot downstairs with a washer and dryer, and it just worked fine. These places don't have a high-tech laundry machine that you wish, or the dryer, so it's not 100% as you want it, but it does the job. So things went fine. However, one day I was doing the laundry and I was taking the dry clothes out, and I find something very disgusting in the dryer. And I guess it was my fault because I didn't check it enough before putting my clothes inside. Very disgusting. It was extremely disgusting. So I really hated it. I don't want to wash my clothes with somebody else's stuff. So I felt very frustrated because I have the brand new washer and dryer in my garage and I was not using it. So that was the problem. I didn't have laundry in my place, I start looking everywhere ideas to how to plug my washer and dryer in my place. I find some ideas to put it in the balcony, but it was kind of a hassle because I wanted to plug both. I wanted to plug the washer and the dryer. The balcony is not that big and it's kind of the space for the dogs to just, hang out most of the day. So I didn't want it to take more space out from them. And inside the house is very, very tight. So we have a good amount of space, but it's not like we could have the washer in the living room or something like that. Now I'm gonna show you what we decide to do with that. So let's go this way, I guess. So as you can see, I guess you guys remember my bathroom. We showed 2 videos already about talking about my shoe storage in the back of me and a custom sized dresser that I have as well. And soon I'm gonna do a video about my storage, my closet here. I did a hack of it here as well, and it worked out really good. So, but today is not about that. Today we're gonna talk about my master bathroom. And as I mentioned, we didn't have 2 bathrooms in the older house. We just have 1, so it was really good to have 2 bathrooms. However, we were not using the 2 bathrooms as much as we needed, so I said, okay, how about if we convert the master bathroom into a laundromat? So my fiance said, okay, I'm not sure about that, but okay, let's see what we come up with. Oops. So this door, I made like a whole laundry room in this tiny bathroom. And the reason why I'm using the GoPro is because of that. It's because the wide angle lenses can actually let you see inside the room. Otherwise you won't be able to see inside of it or understand how tiny it is. So this is my master bathroom / laundry room, and this is how it looks like. So as you can see, this is my amazing washer and dryer. You have no clue how much I love these 2 machines. I love doing the laundry. But bottom line is, this room is very, very messy, but actually I love it because this room is where all the looks don't matter 100%, and that's kind of weird for me because I do care a lot about the looks, but I also do care a lot about the functionality, and this room is functionality in the highest level that I can, because it's a bathroom. It's a very tiny bathroom. It had a shower before, and what I ended up doing was to just getting rid of the shower, installing the washer and dryer. I think it's a good look. Look how cool it looks from there. This is actually such a cool view. I love this. So what we did was to getting rid of the shower to be able to accommodate the washer and dryer. Before that, I had to do a lot of digging online to try to figure it out how the heck we were gonna do that, because I wasn't sure if we were gonna be able to even do it. I looked online and I saw some people in some similar way doing it, but the problem is that they used electric dryers, so it was a little bit more convenient. The other thing is that they use these basically very tiny laundry machines, which it didn't work with me because I already have these machines. So the idea was for me to actually use these machines. The other possibility that I have was to sell these machines and buy smaller ones, but I didn't want to do that either, because again, the value that you get after you resell your brand new items is not the same. It's absolutely not worth it. So I ended up measuring the whole space, and it kind of worked. I wasn't sure 100%, but it looked like it was going to work. So I had to address 6 items to be able for this project to work out. And the first one was the space. So how I solved the issue of space. I needed a flat surface and I didn't have one because the shower has a curve. So what I did was I built up with some wood studs and wood pieces. I made a platform to be able to sit completely flat the washer and dryer. Now, the door space ended up being not as big as I planned, and I actually measured it several times, but I measured it wrong. So it's funny. It doesn't matter how many times you measure, you ended up always missing something little. So the space in the door was not as wide as I was planning, so I had to remove the door stoppers, pretty much the door stoppers, to be able to put the machines inside the bathroom. So it was kind of a hassle, but I was going to make, whatever I needed to do to make it work. That was also part of the space issue that I have. The floor, as I mentioned, I made the platform, and as well, they don't fit side to side, so I have to basically put it one on top of each other, just accommodate it as stackable, and the machines are stackable, so I just did that as well. The second issue that I have to address was the water supply. Well, I was in the bathroom and I have the shower there, so it was not an issue at all. I just buy it on Amazon, and as always, just check down below for all the links for all the items that I got or that I use in this project. So I got in Amazon this water adapter to go from the shower head to the regular hooks that they use in the washer machine. I don't really know the proper names. Definitely going to list all the items that I used. So what I did was just to move the water from the shower to the washer. So that was amazing. I just need to get some adapters, and that was it. Now, the third issue that I had to address was the drain. Again, I was in a shower. I had a drain already, so that was pretty easy. I just took out the grill out of the drain and I just hooked the washer drain there, and it worked completely fine as well. The third issue that I have to address was the electricity, and I have an outlet here. Is an outlet designated for wet areas like a bathroom or a kitchen. It's a high voltage safe outlet, so it was perfect. It was like meant to be there. The only thing I did was to run the cables all around to try to not be in my way and try to make it more more proper and organized and clean. So I ran the cables to try to extend the outlet far away, and I use these very flat slim extension cords, which I love. I have many of them because they're very flat. They like really go and hide, and they're not in the way like most of them. They just stick out, and it's so annoying. So they go very flat on the wall, and you barely can see them. The outlet goes all the way to the back of the shower, so I just hook there the two machines, and it works great. The fourth item that I have to address was the vent. So I have a vent already here because it's a bathroom. Usually in most of the places that you go to, usually you have a vent. I thought that I was not going to be able to run the ventilation of the dryer to the vent. So once I opened the box, I just removed the grill, and I see that it's a very simple connection, so it was perfect. I just needed to hook up the vent out of the dryer, and the issue is completely solved. The very last issue that I have, which I believe is the 5 or the 6, I forgot already the numbers, it is the power for the dryer, because this is a gas dryer. I don't have any natural gas supply to this dryer. What I didn't knew is that you can actually convert any type of dryer, or most dryers, to propane. I didn't knew that. So that was like, whoa, amazing. So I look online, I look in YouTube, and there is a ton of videos making the conversion from natural gas to propane. and that was amazing. So I actually get the kit from Amazon as well. I'm gonna link it below, the kit to convert natural gas to propane. And I actually did it myself, and it wasn't that complicated. It is a little bit, but not too complicated. And once I did it, I just hook up the same propane tank that we have for the barbecue, because we have a barbecue outside. Is the same tank, so we just move it here and we run it and see what happened, and it worked completely fine. It worked great. So I got my laundry room. That was so amazing. I was so excited. So I talked with my fiance, and we were completely in agreement that we don't need two showers. We enjoy the fact of having two vanities and two restrooms, but we don't need two showers. We can just shower in the other bathroom. And so we sacrifice this shower, but we actually gain a laundry room. And you have no idea how amazing is that, how convenient is that to have your own laundry room here in your apartment without having to take your clothes, you know, to the car and or somewhere else or downstairs, whatever. But I know for some people it's way more complicated than me going downstairs. I just didn't like the machines there, and the machines that I would like to go, like other places to go, they're just way too far. But bottom line is that I did solve the issue of the laundromat. So something that I want you guys to be very aware of, and I'm very serious about it. This project, I'm sharing it with you because that's the idea of this channel, to share these ideas. But you need to understand that this type of project, you need to do it 100% aware of everything, and you need to be responsible of your decisions, and you need to be responsible of any consequences that goes with the project. This is just an idea that I'm sharing with you, but you are entitled or responsible of anything that goes wrong with your project. So something that I need you to be extremely aware of is the use of propane in a dryer produces CO2. So that is extremely dangerous for anybody. You guys need to be aware of not messing around with that. This is my bathroom, and I have a propane tank here, and I'm having a dryer going on. So be aware of that. What we do is we have the fan going on most of the time. Obviously, while we're doing the laundry, we run the fan all the time. We make sure that the windows are open and that there is a good amount of ventilation in the house. I'm also aware that we do have a smoke detector and a CO2 detector, so that's also very important for you to be aware of. And we also close the tank of propane every single time we're not using the laundry. So just please be aware. You know, this is a big machine. Be aware that the functioning of the machines are correct, that they're level, so they work properly and they don't fall on top of you. And I mean, you can get very injured or you can die messing with these type of things. Please be aware of any type of dangerous situation that you could get into. Be aware that it's just an idea, and it works great for me, and I hope it inspires some type of solution for your own place. But just please be careful. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Remember, there is electricity issues that you need to be very aware of, that you need to be conscious about. You don't want any water going on and electricity going on. There is a fire being produced by the propane tank, which is like any other barbecue type of thing. So it's, you know, be aware that it's dangerous, but everything that you are doing, if you do it aware of the situation and being precautious of every single thing you're doing, you can actually just enjoy the solution and not just get a hassle of getting hurt and getting injured. That's everything for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like the idea. You got introduced to the messiest room of this apartment, but an extremely functional room as well. So I hope you guys like it. Please click subscribe. Please make any comment. I would like to know what you guys think about it, if you guys like it or not. Thank you so much for sharing this video as well, and I see you in the next one. Bye.